Hey guys. So in this video I want to show you actually one of my favorite places here in Hummingbird Valley, and I don't get here very often, and but I'm here now and I wanted to take a little time. I was actually doing some filming with Caleb, and we hiked up here, and with Roger too. Roger came with us, and as we were turning to leave, my spidey sense was like, stay, and so I'm here, I'm staying, and let me show you. You can see the view, kind of. I'm up the hill, and in this video I wanted to share some reflections about you, about just noticing the ways that, you know, life can change. And you know, I've had some points that feel, oh God, look at this view. Hi guys, yeah, I'm back, Kathy. Hi Rebecca, hello Carrie. We're sitting on the top of the hill. I got Miss Weepy. I got Miss Stella. They get along really well. They don't play, but they tolerate each other. So, do you know how sometimes you can revisit a place or an activity that you did before and just really notice something so different? Not necessarily in the place, like the place is the same, the thing is the same, but you're different. And that's what I'm noticing today. Two things. One, so doing this film project with Caleb, I did something like this many years ago when I was starting my YouTube channel, when the whole adventure was going to India and I was making a video. It's on my old YouTube channel, the Come With Me to India video that I did with this incredible director, Ben Prue, in Massachusetts. And I shot it in my old photography studio in Charlestown, Massachusetts. And that was a time when I was drinking a lot. In fact, I was using alcohol as a way to really, like, when I was talking about discomfort, and I was not able to sit with the discomfort. In fact, I was actually really uncomfortable, well, in general in life, but especially making the film. Like, I didn't have very high self-esteem. I always thought that I needed something on the outside to, like, make me do better than I would do if it's just me. And so we were doing this film project, and the reason why it came up, why this memory is coming up, is that there was this line at the end. Maybe you've seen this. Oh, hi Trisha, yeah, you caught me live, I'm here. Cool, Pivaral, greetings from LA, California, cool. Yeah, Becky, I love this too. So anyway, so there was a line at the end of that film project where I said, "Are you with me?" You know, the "I'm with Erica" is it's like a slogan that dates back to the very beginning of my videos. And so in this video I asked at the end, "So, are you with me?" And I had so much regret about that video, because as we were shooting in my studio into the night, and I was drinking vodka. I was drinking more and more, and then towards the end of the video I actually really regret it, that like I wasn't drunk, but I was sloshy enough that like I wasn't clear. My eyes were really foggy, and like I really hated the way that I looked at the end of that video, and I always wished that I could redo it, but I couldn't take it back. Like any of the consequences of alcoholism or addiction, you can't take it back, right? And that's part of why it's such a tragic way to live your life. So this time we ended the video with that same line, you know. So let me ask you, are you with me? Like, I tell you the story that I'm doing, just like I did before. Hi Scott, hi Lana, hi Tammy. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, this time, just appreciating that, like, I'm not drunk. I'm not trying to ease the inner pain of my existence with alcohol or any other substance. Like, I'm here, I'm clear. I'm grateful. I have this completely other life, and I think what separates me from the person I was then to the person I am now is just like a series of choices, right? And even sitting here on this rock, so this rock where I'm sitting right now, this is kind of a meaningful spot. You know, you gotta hike away from Karuna into the mountains to get here. And I've come here on many occasions, and I remember even last year gosh, it must have been over a year and a half ago, coming here and just like, yeah, just being in some like emotional turmoil. Yeah, definitely feeling a lot of turmoil. And I sat on this exact same rock and just having all of this like crunchiness inside. And just to sit on the same rock and appreciate like, wow, things are really different. Things on the outside, a lot of things on the outside are the same, but it's like the inner world that has shifted, and that's what makes all the difference. That is what makes all the difference. And in fact, I remember many years ago, I was very depressed. I was working a job in Malden, Massachusetts. I was not happy. And I remember just thinking like, oh, if I could just get some money and get out of here and like move back to New York, then I would be happy. And it was like, child, no. I mean, that's not what happened, but that's also not what needed to happen in order for me to find that inner peace. Like, I had to go on a whole journey, like inside, to heal some stuff inside for me to find the peace that I was searching for all along. So I appreciate this, just being able to be in a place like this or work on a film project and notice the similarities but also the differences, you know? Yeah, it feels really good. It feels really good. Bonsoir, Karine. Bonsoir de la France. J'ai vécu en France. J'ai vécu à Paris quand j'avais 12 entre 15 ans. J'habitais en France. Ashley says, I can relate to that. Haven't had a drink since October. I'm happy for you to be able to self-reflect like that. Yeah, good job, Ashley. You know, I think we take an extraordinary adventure towards the truth of who we really are when we stop numbing ourselves and stop running away, you know. And I think that's also, you know, something I'm talking about in this film project I'm doing with Caleb is like, you know, my story before, it was all about setting out. It was all about going other places. It was, you know, going to India, going to Thailand, going to Indonesia, going, and also inside I was also going, running, avoiding, hiding, escaping, numbing, you know, from the pain of my own existence. Not because I'm a bad person, just because I had a lot of like unexamined pain inside. And so rather than do that work to face that shadow, I was running from it. But you know, one of the greatest moments of my life was also one of the hardest moments of my life. I had this like breakdown. I had this like emotional, mental breakdown, and I was in Thailand. I was getting on my motorbike to try to go somewhere to get away, and I started driving. I was crying. It was very dangerous, and I just stopped. I just stopped in the middle of the road. I stopped because I realized there was literally no place I could go to get away from the pain. And I remember I just turned my bike around, I went back, and I called my friend who ended up being my sponsor, and he just like sat with me while I was pretty much having this like panic attack. And yeah, that was a really powerful moment. I remember after that call, he's like, you know what, just go take a walk, just talk to God. And I did, and I'll never forget. It was nighttime, and I was barefoot, just walking down this like road in Thailand, on this island in Thailand, and just like having this moment of surrender of like, okay, God, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to get away from this. I don't know how to heal this, but I'm ready. Like, please help me. Like, and it was this, you know, like Jesus take the wheel moment. I like handed the reins of my life like over to this, whatever this power was greater than myself. And yeah, that moment made all the difference. Trisha, you're all here. No numbness. Yeah, and that's hard. That's hard, especially when we have spent a lifetime running away and trying to get to the next shiny thing that distracts us, or the next exciting thing that distracts us, you know? And yeah, it takes a lot of courage to stop. It takes a lot of courage to sit in that discomfort. We were talking about that. Oh, these coffee flies. Oh my God, can you see how swollen my fingers? People are like, keep the coffee. And I'm like, you obviously don't know what coffee flies are. Jesus. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage, especially when you like don't know what you're doing or don't know the way, or you know, you're used to wanting to like control things and know how things will work out and like micromanaging life. Like, surrender is a very uncomfortable and very difficult thing for most people to do, which is why most people don't do it. Hi, Scotty. Hi, honey. So Scotty, or anyone who's just joining, I'm sitting here at one of my favorite spots. Maybe I've shown this place to you guys before, but it's got a great, well, normally there's a great view, but the rainy season is now here upon us, so it's very, very, very cloudy. But we're sitting at the top of this hill, and you can kind of see over there. There's Bob and Holly's house. There's Karuna right over there. But we're a nice distance away, and so it feels good to be here. Parasites. People want to go with parasites. Yeah, so I am in the process of harmonizing my system and eradicating the parasites, but I don't want to drop the nuclear bomb on my gut, because that'll really cause me harm, and it's not a sustainable solution if I live here. I can't just nuclear bomb my system every time I get a parasite. Best thing to do is reduce the chance of having parasites, you know, and I think I do a pretty good job at it, but sometimes you can't control it. So, oh wow, Scott, nice, 3 years sober, good for you, man, good for you. I see you, I appreciate you, and I'm proud of you. So yeah, so the parasites are, yeah, I think it's going really well. My poop is great. I don't have any diarrhea. I just have some gas. I'll be honest, I have some pretty serious gas, but I think it's the cacao and Sunday really didn't help the situation. So slowly. My finger tattoo, Donna asked about my finger tattoo. This is the first tattoo I ever got. I think I have about 5 tattoos. I got this one when I was in Thailand on my first journey traveling, backpacking across Thailand. I was 23 years old, and this symbol actually, this was this like coconut wood, very thick earring that I was wearing at the time, so it looked like it was like this. And then I went to India, and the symbol became like a bindi, like this. But it was done with like sharpened bamboo stick, like a really sharpened point, and then they like tap it, which is really cool. Matthew, you should collect rainwater and detox it and drink it. I don't know if that would... Did it hurt? Yes, getting a tattoo hurts, but it's okay. Oh, Roger, hi. Oh, not that Roger, there's another Roger. I gotta get back because I'm meeting Roger for lunch. Roger from the audience came to visit, and he's here now. But the other Roger, thank you for the thoughts and prayers. I appreciate that. So I think what's really amazing is that we can change. Even from places of darkness and just emotional turmoil and just worrying about the future. That was another thing I was reflecting on. Like, I used to worry so much about the future. Just, how are things going to work out? What am I going to do? How am I going to afford things? Like what's like this stress, right? Constant stress, worrying about the future. And now, you know, I have just a sense of trust and acceptance, and I know that everything's going to be fine. I know everything's going to be fine. I know it's going to work out, because it always does. I know that the way will be shown. I know that I just have to stay focused on what brings me joy, what brings me pleasure. I just need to focus on where my internal compass is leading me, right? I need to just stay aligned with, you know, staying healthy and happy and just doing what feels right for me, not necessarily what I'm supposed to do. Because I'll tell you this, when I was living a life doing what I was supposed to do, that's when I was worrying the most about the future. That's when I was worrying most about everything. I was worrying constantly, and yet I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was going to school. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Hi, honey. I was going to school, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and yet I was so unhappy, and I was wrought with depression and anxiety and constant worry. And you know, now that I'm not living that way anymore, you know, I don't really worry. In fact, I know that I have to be patient. I know that I have to trust. I know that I have some incredible chapters ahead of me. I know that my adventure is continuing. I know that I am doing a dance with the divine, and I'm going to be led exactly where I'm meant to be. I know that the answers are within me, and I can always find them by taking these quiet moments to just tune in. And I know that it's all going to be okay, and I know that change is inevitable and things are going to change, and it's okay, which is why I need to also make sure that I'm enjoying this moment, because in the past, there were many times that I was so lost in the future. Oh, good for you, Lotus. Amazing. Oh, honey. 9 months sober, and you're moving in less than 2 weeks. Terrifying and exciting at the same time. Well, they're the same thing. And it'd be 10 times harder if you were drinking. Yeah, everything is hard. Like, well, most things are harder. Social situations can be easier when you're drinking, but then not the next day. It's like we rob ourselves to feel good in one moment and then feel terrible in other moments. What was I saying about the future and trust? Oh, then enjoying. It's like I'm so excited for the future when my house is built. I'm so excited for the future when I'm growing my own food and I have my garden and inshallah I have a child and a husband. I'm so excited for these future chapters, and yet I must remember to enjoy the now. I must remember to enjoy Miss Stella while she's here with me. I must remember to enjoy, my youth, this body, my ability to hike up a hill and do a lot of hiking on my day-to-day life. I must enjoy the people in my life, knowing that they won't always be there. I must enjoy the process. I must enjoy the land before she's turned into something else, I must remember that all of this is sacred. All of this is unfolding with some kind of intelligence that's way beyond my own. And there's guidance, and there's support, and there's help. There's all of this stuff that is being made available to me. And so when I'm in that state of anxiety, of worrying about the future, just having some emotional turmoil, it's like that's when I'm most disconnected from that remembrance. Doesn't mean you can't remember that and still feel the feels. In fact, I think it's important to feel the feels, because a lot of times feeling the feels is also a process of clearing. We're clearing stuff out. It's when we try to hold things in and no, it's fine, everything's fine, right? That's when you're not letting the energy flow, and when you're not letting the energy flow, it's going to get stuck. And then that can manifest as a physical ailment. That can manifest as something that it's not fun, you don't like it. So sometimes the best thing we can do to make progress forward is to have a good cry, is to really fully let ourselves go into the grief, go into the sadness, go into the anger. In fact, I was so angry about something the other day. I was just, in my email that's going out, when is it going out? It's going out on Friday. Oh, my email, it's going out on Friday. I talk about about the pruning and cutting away things. And I got to a space the other day where I realized some things were so out of alignment, and I got so angry, and I let myself get so angry. There was this little clay vase that broke because the peeler, anyways, it broke, the top broke off, and so I still had this clay vase. And oh, hi Roger, I'm coming soon. I was so angry that I just screamed, and I threw it against the concrete, and it shattered, and it was just yes, it's important that we feel our feelings. In fact, I think that's why I can be in a place where I feel peaceful and happy, because I process and I let these things go, So, sausage party completed. 1 minute left. I think they made the star party, but a good sausage party. Wait, I'm going to stop that comment right there. You just stop that in your tracks. Oh, nice. Awesome. I love these star parties, even though I don't really understand what they are, but yeah, Ashley says allowing yourself to know everything is not fine lets you move on a lot quicker. Yeah, okay, I think that's a good comment. It's a good point. It's like there's a paradox between everything is fine and things cannot be fine. You realize this person is not okay in your life. This thing that's happening is not okay. And that's sacred, and that is also how we can move forward, when we accept that and acknowledge it and decide to cut something out, to remove something, just stop doing something, stop using your energy this way. And this is something we were talking about in the High Vibe Zoom call last night, was that your life is a configuration of how you use your energy. And sometimes the greatest thing that can happen is you have enough. You have enough of a certain pattern with a person, with an addiction, with a behavior, with an emotion, and you just get to a point where it's no more of this. This is not okay. This is not okay. And removing that is part of regaining and reclaiming your wholeness and your health, right? So, yeah. Violence, mwahaha. Oh, I get a $50 bonus when you complete. No, I don't. I think that there was a certain amount of time. I don't know. I still love the star parties because I think it's fun and we get excited. But I think I just like the fact that we get excited. Great, Sarah. Sarah says I've had enough with smoking. No more. Yeah, absolutely. I can relate to that. You know, you get to a point where it's like you do something, but it's like, yeah, dude. Anyways, Roger, let's go have lunch. Thanks for letting me take some quiet time up here. Oh, guy's coming. Oh. Hey, Choo-Choo. My little tiny wolf is at it. Hey, Stella! Choo-Choo! Stella! Hey! She takes her job protecting me very, very, very seriously. Especially from people who aren't doing anything. Stella! Come on! Choo-Choo! Come on, Choo-Choo! Stella! Hi! Sometimes people... Hey! Stella! Oi! Come on! Lo siento! No tenga miedo! Hey! Come on, little tiny one! This is really annoying. Come on! Ugh, she gets into this moment, she doesn't listen. This is even worse. Hi! Yeah, está bien. It's like, you gotta sometimes you gotta just toss rocks at them, like you see just a little one. Hey! Stop! See? Hey! Come on! There you go. No, Bartfi, you're being weird. Okay, honey. Good job. You did it. You protect me from the man carrying the construction materials. It's a great service, little one. Yeah, there we go. Weeps, what do you think? Yeah, exactly. Redirect her attention. Yeah. Okay, bye, Bartfi. You're being creepy. Boop. There we go. Great. Okay, guys, I'm going to get myself together, and I just, I appreciate this rock, and I'm going to remember this time that we were here, and I just felt really peaceful, and I can compare it to other times that I was here when I did not feel so peaceful, and I did not have a dog named Stella. Who farted? I farted. Yeah, it's a true story. Yep. Okay, guys. Thanks for being with me. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. And just remember, change is possible, and it's okay to be in a dark place. You won't always be there. Sometimes, oftentimes, our ability to reconnect to the light is directly proportional to our willingness to fully go into the darkness and process it instead of running from it, or hiding, or escaping, or numbing, Yeah, thanks, guys. On that rock is where you officially quit smoking. Good for you, Sarah. Good for you. Good for you, honey. Bah. Yeah, why not? Everybody farts. Yeah, I owned it. Why wouldn't I? You think I'm... Wait. You think I'm ashamed of my body? No, this is one way that we reclaim our power, is we stop feeding into the shame around our bodies, or our emotions, or our menstruation, or any of that stuff. Shame is the magic killer. If someone can shame you, then they have power over you. If you can't be shamed, you can't be manipulated. At least that way. There are many ways to manipulate a person, but shame is one of the biggest tools for manipulation, which is why so many institutions use shame to control people. So if you can't be shamed, you are a sovereign being. Oh. That's why I talk about periods. That's why I talk about farting. That's why I'll talk about pooping. That's why I'll talk about these stuff, because it's natural. It's normal. Everybody does it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Right? Right? Can we just love ourselves? Shame is the killer of self-love. If you're ashamed of yourself, then how are you going to love yourself? So, if you can only choose one, what would you choose? What are you choosing? Are you choosing the shame or the love? Cool. All right, guys. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, honey. Hi, Lindsay. Yeah, Timothy, right? All right, guys. Love y'all. I'm going to get these kids back, and, yeah, amen. All right, Roger, if you're watching, I'm coming. I'm on my way. Let's go get some lunch at the farm. All right, bye, guys. Love you.